Well, here is the Land Cruiser, our second night's camping, and time for a quick look at all the work we've done over the last 5 months. In the engine bay, Perth Deal Performance differential breathers, standard air cleaner, Safari snorkel raised air intake, ARB bull bar, that's the one with the large diameter tubing, Unichip Q4 chip, and underneath are the two computers that control the injectors for left and right banks, ARB side rails and side step. The green is a wrap, a 3M wrap from Sinorama in Joondalup, and this here, the anti-flare idea and the area in front of the scoop, it was my idea to make that black. Windscreen visor comes from Toyota. Antenna bracket from Quick Pitch Campers, antenna from GME. This is the Shadow Orn from Alucab. Wheels and tyres. The wheels are standard Toyota steel 16-inch, 6-inch wide rims. Tyres are BFGoodrich all-terrain 235/85 R16 tyres. Suspension. Old Man Emu BP51 shock absorbers, front and rear, and the spring set includes 400 constant springs at the back. I have not changed the rear bumper, that will come with phase 2. Rear wheel carrier is standard Toyota, that may be changed with phase 2, and this here of course is made by Camp Cover, as if you couldn't tell. Fridge is Snowmaster Classic Series 57 litre dual door. There's my freezer and there's my fridge. Nice, isn't it? Seats are by Tackler, as is the floor lining. Tackler, of course, is South African. Unseen underneath that is a sound insulation package by Car Interiors of Sydney. What a difference that's made. Centre console and the door speaker pods are from Department of the Interior, that do interiors for all kinds of vehicles and do beautiful work as well. I have not changed the exhaust and have no intention of doing so. On top is the Hercules Land Cruiser Troopy camper conversion. The agents are Quick Pitch Campers of Western Australia, and they did the installation. And they also did the installation for the interior. And the canvas thing with no name by Camp Cover, now available happily in Australia also. Gull wing door openings by Quick Pitch Campers. Instant table by Pikra of somewhere unpronounceable in Germany. Silent and Unseen is the electrical installation done by Heist of Queensland. Second battery and inverter by SolarPod. By and large, the build I can attribute to Quick Pitch Campers, who did marvellous work and really pulled out the stops. Their design work, their attention to detail, their willingness to help, their willingness to listen to me, and they had so many great ideas. And also I must mention Maurits Prinsloo, who really, if it wasn't for you, you know who you are. I don't think this would have been done in time, because you just steered everything right at the last minute. Thank you so much. And there she is. Oh, there's a whole lot of things I've forgotten. Well, this, I did say it was going to be a quick review. 120 watts slimline solar panel by Heist, Max Trax, and of course my air jack by Tackler. Switch panel by Andrew St Pierre White. Power box by Andrew St Pierre White. GPS navigator by HEMA. speakers by Focal. Quick ensuite shower curtain and system by Quick Pitch Campers. I'll show you that later. And of course the vehicle itself, which is Toyota Land Cruiser VDJ78, sometimes called the Troop Carrier. The V8 engine is only fitted to those Troop Carriers sold in Australia. Sorry everybody else, it's really a great motor. Oh, let's go and have a look at the engine a bit more. There it is. The 2017 specification, they did not increase the size of the intercooler, but just the ducting to the intercooler to make it more efficient. They also changed the injectors and the exhaust pipe to increase efficiency. Now, as you can see, I have not fitted a second battery, and I have done that most intentionally. The underbonnet temperatures here can get very high when the vehicle is travelling at very slow speeds in the desert and desert tracks, and of course high underbonnet temperatures are really not good for batteries. So, there's plenty of room in the back, that's where I've put the batteries. I don't believe in touching the engine to any great degree. I have chipped it, but I'm not going to take it too much further. I'm not changing things like the exhaust pipe or the inlet manifolds or anything. I want to keep it standard Toyota where I possibly can, but I did want the improvement in horsepower, well, performance, I should say, from the chip, and also the additional oil filter, which I forgot to mention earlier. Also done for me by Perth Diesel Performance. These vehicles have a bit of a history of damage caused by bad fuel, so I've got an extremely fine fuel filter to prevent that damage. More about the vehicle itself. It has two 90-litre fuel tanks, in fact two separate fillers on the side. All VJ78 Land Cruisers have dual fill filters. I've tinted the windows to, if I remember correctly, it's a 35% tint in the front and a 50% tint in the back. You cannot go darker on the front windows. It's not permitted in this country and in fact in most countries. Some of you may ask, is it better than my previous Troop Carrier? Well, the answer is oh yes, of course it is. It's got a much more powerful engine. The interior fitting in the back is far better, no comparison really. The previous one was the first one kind of I'd ever done and ever seen, so this is a huge improvement. The Hercules rooftop tent is very much the same. They have improved the design a bit, but not to any great extent. It's a fantastic product and I absolutely love it. Did I get the suspension to ride as well as I did with the previous vehicle? That one had TJM shock absorbers and EFS springs. Does this ride better? So far, definitely as good, and we'll find out when it gets rough if it's better in the rough. I suspect it's better. Overall, though, it's better. It's overall better. The only thing is that one might say the 1HZ engine, as much of a dog as it was, extremely reliable and very easy to maintain, and this isn't. This is electronic. That is the single biggest and perhaps only disadvantage with this model over the other. But is the V8 worth it? I'll give you an example yesterday, passing the road trains. Some of the road trains, 4 trailers behind the main rig, up to 56 meters long. You approach, you're doing 85 or so, maybe 90, and you pull out and you want to get past them as fast as you possibly can. Straight line, get past safely. I'm doing 120 before I've even reached half the way along the truck. I actually tap off and get past the truck, pull in, and those of you who know the speed limit's 110, I know what you're ready to hit the comments button on the YouTube. Don't bother, you'll just annoy me. I know the speed limit is 110, but overtaking safely is actually more important for my sake. Get past, and the acceleration is fantastic. Straight past, pull gently in, ease off, back to the speed limit. What a pleasure. Is it worth it? Am I worried about the electronics? No. These are very reliable engines. As reliable as the 1HZ, Probably. So is there an advantage more than a disadvantage? No question about it. This motor is absolutely beautiful to drive, and as a result the whole package is beautiful to drive. Make no mistake, I still love the 1HZ. I think it's fantastic, but thanks, I'll take this. In the videos ahead, as we travel across Australia and the canning stock route, I will be going through the vehicle in much more detail, and most, if not all, of those things that I've mentioned now, I will be talking about and showing you in detail. What was my motivation? Why did I do certain things? Join me then. If you would like to be part of what I do and help me make more videos, support me on Patreon. Click the Patreon button on the screen now.